Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Archway Sports Talk, which, by the way, is our 27th episode with Al and Dan. I want to start off by congratulating Jordan Walker, Riley O'Brien, and Ivan Herrera for being selected to MLB's All-Star Game.
I think that's Ivan.
Yeah, could be Ivan. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Ivan would be if he's Russian.
If he's Russian. Much deserved Walker for leading the league with 74 ribbies, guys, and batting .294. What a transformation he has made from last year. Closer Riley O'Brien has 24 saves for the Cardinals and leads the National League in saves. And Ivan Herrera,
the Russian,
who was added due to an injury to Ohtani. Ivan is a hitting machine. Through 95 games, he has 86 hits, an OBS of .381, and on a base plus slugging .771. P.S. On a fair note, Alec Burleson could have been an all-star also. He has 67 RBIs and 98 hits, 273 BA, 468 slug. So after that, we are actually going to move on, guys, to the bugging segment by Al. What do we got here?
Isn't Burleson in the top 5 as far as National League RBI leads?
Yeah, he is. So he could have been nodded for the All-Star game. I mean,
yeah, but
there's a lot of good first replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to knock off what's his name from the Dodgers or Olsen from the Braves.
Yeah, Freeman.
Or Freeman. Yeah.
So besides me being the answer, let's find out what's bugging Al.
And there's a lot of things in this world that's bugging me, but I'm going to narrow it down to this one today.
To just me?
Besides Dan eating chicken, and it's an inside joke there. So, why do the Cardinals continue to put relievers Ryan Stanek and Justin Brutal Brule in key spots with only a 1-run lead or only down by a run or two in the 7th or 8th?
Why do they keep them on the roster?
I don't get it. This continues to baffle me. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks this. I know they have had stretches where they have been good, but on the whole, they are very inconsistent. Stanek, yes, he throws hard, but cannot throw strikes. And as we know, leadoff walks can kill you.
So can home runs.
Yes, they can. The 95-mile-an-hour fastballs down the middle, anybody can time those. And as we know, leadoff walks can kill you once again, especially in a 1-run ballgame. And that not working, he has a career 4.74 ERA. And that was for Brule. He has a 4.72 ERA, and he was actually brought in to take care of left-handed. He's not doing that either. Sorry I went off a little bit on that one. Kind of skipped a beat, but I'm sorry about that. So if the Cardinals want to stay in the wild card race, they will definitely need to upgrade their relief staff. Hopefully at the trade deadline, the Cardinals can pick up a pitcher or two to help battle the tough Central Division. We do have some young prospects in the minors, but I don't think any of them are ready to make the jump to the show, Dan.
I'm not sure, Al. There may be a couple of them if you're talking relief pitchers, but if you're talking starting pitching, I don't think so. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Later in the segment, yeah, you have some stats on that, and we're going to show you some interesting stuff on that, guys. So remember this, guys, also. Dustin May and JoJo Romero probably will be traded at the deadline, leaving us shorthanded, both starting and in relief pen. This could be a rough second half for this young Cardinal team. And on a quick note, I'm going to just jump to this real quick. The way Liberatore and Leahy have been pitching, I think they need to go to bullpen, Dan.
Well, you and I've been saying that
we've been saying that for a month, over a month now.
Since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and
essentially.
Yeah.
And you just told me today that you heard on one of the local radio shows that they were saying that.
Yeah, because they know Romero's probably going to be gone, and why not put Liberatore in the bullpen? He's good for 2 or 3 innings too to extend an inning.
Nostradamus.
Oh my God, here we go with Nostradamus. So that's our thoughts on that, guys. I'm going to move on to Cardinals Corner with Dan the Man.
All right.
What you got, Dan?
On Monday the 6th, the Cardinals played the first of 5 games against the Milwaukee Brewers. Starting pitcher Dustin May took the mound after having to leave early in his previous start. may look good at first glance, but looking at the numbers tells a much different story. May needed 81 pitches to complete 4 2/3 innings pitched. And although he gave up 4 hits while striking out 7, it's the number of pitches and innings pitched that concern me. Relief pitcher Ryan Fernandez came in and was non-effective.
And he was terrible. He was not good.
He threw 17 pitches, recording no outs and giving up 2 hits and 2 earned runs. He has just been horrible since we acquired him.
He had one good stretch, and that was it. When they first got him, he did have a good stretch.
Okay. Offensively,
he did.
Offensively, the Redbirds got their production from unlikely sources. They got doubles from the form of Nelson Velasquez and utility man Jose Fermin. Starting shortstop Mason Wynn also contributed, going 2 for 4 with an RBI.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, sir, but look at Fermin again. He's the last 3 or 4 games I've seen this guy play. He has not hurt the Cardinals at all. He has stepped up his game. He's a good fill-in.
Yeah, I think we talked about him. Was it last week or the week before? How we have been pleasantly surprised at how he has been able to come in and produce in spot starts and then just in coming in and filling in for whomever.
Sure. He does very adequate jobs. He does a nice job, especially at third base.
Yeah. Before Tuesday's doubleheader, the Cardinals announced that they were sending right-handed pitcher Ryan Fernandez to AAA and placing right-handed pitcher Max Rajic on the 60-day IL. They brought up relief pitchers Luis Gastelum and starting pitcher Bruce Zimmerman. Because of the DH, the Cardinals and Brewers were allowed to add another arm. St. Louis chose Hunter Dobbins. On Tuesday the 7th, the Cardinals played a day-night doubleheader. First game featured a bullpen game. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with it, when you hear the term bullpen game, it means no starting pitcher was used. It's just been bullpen arms. Guys who are going to maybe go 1, possibly 2 innings. And they just run through the whole bullpen.
Yeah, give them the starters an extra day off.
I think it's stupid because then if you don't have a starting pitcher who can give you 7, 8 innings, now you've really put
a strain
your
on
team
your
in a world of hurt there.
Sure.
Newly promoted pitcher Bruce Zimmerman came in the second inning and gave the Cardinals pitching staff the much-needed shot in the arm it was looking for. Zimmerman threw 72 pitches over 5 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and 2 Ks. Offensively, outfielder Jordan Walker jumped on a Mizorowski first-inning pitch with his 21st home run to give St. Louis a 2-0 lead. After Milwaukee tied the game in the third, catcher DH Ivan Herrera woke up from a season-long slumber with his 11th home run. But that was not enough, as the Brewers came back to tie it in the 6th and win it in the 7th. Well, the nightcap of the twin bill didn't go as planned. In fact, I'm not sure that St. Louis played any actual major league players as they dropped the game 10-2.
So what you're saying, they had AAA players out there, maybe, or AA?
I think they had. I think they went down to Arnold Athletic Association and grabbed some guys.
Wow, that's going deep. All right, Arnold Athletic Association. That got it.
The Cardinals started Hunter Dobbins, and he threw 92 pitches over his 5 innings pitched while surrendering 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 base on balls, and 4 Ks. guys, is Hunter Dobbins really a solution to the rotation?
He has not proven anything.
I don't think he's any different than any the other guys they throw out there.
I know. I think somebody might have missed the call on this guy.
I
so far, he's not proven he belongs there.
I've called it from day one.
Yeah, Dan didn't like this guy from day one.
In a move to give the team a fresh arm, the Cardinals sent Zimmerman back to AAA and called up Jared Schuster
that was a great
for the third time.
Yeah.
And he was lights out. What I mean is after his 1.1 innings pitch, the DeWitts could have turned the lights out.
Wow.
Schuster needed 52 pitches and fooled absolutely no one, giving up 5 hits, 7 earned runs, walking 3, and striking out 2.
That's the way to fit into the rotation, isn't it? Oh. Chance to prove himself again. And he didn't do anything.
Time.
Right.
And that's what you do. Offensively, the Redbirds were abysmal, getting 4 hits, 1 walk, and striking out 5 times. Only outfielder/DH Nelson Velazquez managed to provide St. Louis with any offense when he hit his 4th home run in the 6th inning, a 2-run bomb to left center. Before Wednesday's game against Milwaukee, the Cardinals announced they had once again DFI'd Jared Schuster, hopefully for the last time.
Hopefully, please.
Starting pitcher Michael McGreevy took the mound and gave St. Louis a Michael McGreevy type of start. Very consistent, nothing flashy, just 90 pitches over 6 1/3 innings pitch of 1-run ball. He gave up 5 hits and walked 1 while striking out 5. The bullpen came in and shut down the Brewers, allowing 2 hits and a walk. Maybe the Brewers were feeling sorry for the Redbirds, or maybe the Cardinals hitters decided to show up and do what they're paid to do.
Wow.
But St. Louis scored 5 runs on 7 hits and struck out 7 times against one of the better teams in baseball. First baseman Alec Burleson led the way, hitting his 15th home run and 21st double. Utility man Jose Fermin, Al's new buddy, chimed in with his 4th home run, and a very consistent Jordan Walker connected with his 19th double. If you look, he has almost as many doubles as he does home runs.
Really?
He's only like, 3 doubles shy of his home run mark.
Yeah.
So
I think he's got.
It is pretty consistent.
He's got 24 now, 23 or 20.
22 home runs, 74 RBI.
Wow. Okay.
Thursday's finale with the Brewers went like the first 3 of the series. Not well. St. Louis sent out starting pitcher Andre Pallante to try and salvage the series. But Pallante was not sharp, and Milwaukee tagged him for 8 hits and 6 runs over 97 pitches.
He wasn't missing very many bats, Dan.
In 5 innings pitched.
He was due for a bad game. He did have about 3 or 4 straight where he was very good. I guess he was due. And
well, now they've all had a nice long rest.
Yeah. Hopefully this break is going to help them all.
Overall, St. Louis pitchers gave up 11 hits and 8 runs. Outfielder Jordan Walker continued his turnaround season by clubbing his 22nd home run and 73rd RBI on the year. All personal bests.
What an improvement. Wow. That's just unbelievable.
At the end of that series, the Cardinals stood 48-44 in 3rd place in the National League Central and 3 games back in the wild card. Al, thoughts on the Cardinals series with the Milwaukee Brewers?
I appreciate that, Dan. Thank you very much. I just have a couple comments, guys. First of all, the Brewers are for real. Their pitching is dominating, not to mention their lineup, which is good top to bottom. Also, the right strings with the starting rotation and bullpen, Pat Murphy, he pulled all the right strings, actually. And with the starter and the bullpen, this goes to show you with the right coaching and development, and can't forget scouting through the farm system, where some players can be MLB starters. The Cardinals coaching staff could learn a few things from this Brewers organization. Finally, bottom line, the Cardinals pitching is average at best, and we have no one in the minors that can step up. Graceffo and Pallante are the only ones, as of late, that have proven they deserve a spot in the rotation. And can't forget McGreevy. He's as usual. Nothing bothers him. McGreevy takes the mound every fifth start and does his job. Most of the time, keeps the team in the game. All I'm saying is something has to change the way we scout, develop, and draft pitching prospects. Starters are going 4 innings. Is not going to cut it, guys. If this is supposed to be a rebuilding year, let's start with pitching. On a follow-up, what you got, Dan?
On Friday, the Cardinals' 3-game set with the Atlanta Braves. St. Louis announced they had reached an agreement with their rookie second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt, on an 8-year, $112.5 million extension. It was also announced that catcher DH Ivan Herrera,
thanks for pointing that out, Dan,
would be added to the All-Star squad, replacing injured Dodger Shohei Ohtani. Al, any thoughts on the extension for Weatherholt and Herrera's selection to the All-Star team?
Just a couple thoughts, Dan. Apparently, long-term deal was talked about in spring training concerning Weatherholt, because other teams were signing their future stars to long-term deals and locking them up at a lower cost. This gives the player financial security in his early career. The team gains payroll control, or financial payroll, certainly for the teams can use the money they save by signing them early for buyouts and arbitration, guys. Here are a couple examples of recent signings, such as shortstop Connor Griffin of the Pirates, 20-year-old phenom, $140 million, 9-year deal. And this one here is killing me, Dan. Julio Rodriguez, $470 million for 12 years, Dan. 12 years.
Better them than
plays for Seattle. And then we have our own J.J. Weatherholt, which we mentioned earlier, 8 years.
That's almost $40 million a year.
It's crazy. $112 million, but Weatherholt could make up $132 million with incentives. Not bad for a 23-year-old who just came up in his first year in the league. Only time will tell, guys, for these budding superstars. Is it going to be, do we have a crystal ball? We don't know what the future brings, but they are signing these guys on what they could be. So at an early start, it's probably a good signing. And
who knows?
Who we're not gonna know. Only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Herrera's selection to the All-Star team is a surprise. Not knocking Herrera. He is a solid hitter, and he is replacing Ohtani due to a knee contusion.
Now, instead of Herrera, this is where you could have maybe said Burleson.
Yeah.
Burleson over Herrera. I mean, or just about anybody over Herrera.
Well, yeah.
Herrera is only hitting like 250 at something.
And technically, he's only part-time. He only catches once a week, maybe.
Well, but
he does play every day, though.
Yeah, I mean, he DHs almost every game. He DHs 5 games out of the week. But yeah, I don't get why they chose Herrera over Burleson.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I mean,
if you're going to ask,
if you're going to take a Cardinal, I would have said Burleson over Herrera.
Sure. So he actually replaced Ohtani due to a knee irritation. But let's face it, the All-Star game is more of a popularity contest than based on a player's stats, since we're able to vote at least 10 times per player. All that aside, here are Herrera's stats. 270, slug 420, on base .376, and an OPS of .76. Finally, on a last note, can you really replace Ohtani?
Not really.
Not really. Come on.
Not with what he brings to the table, both hitting and pitching wise.
He's a one-time phenom that we probably won't see in our lifetime.
Well, I got some comments on not so much Herrera. You already.
Sure. What you got, Dan, on that?
As far as Herrera goes, I was the one who was saying it might have been a good time to see what you could get for him. If you remember, before the season, I was saying that, but nobody listened. But as far as Weatherholt, I'm kind of mixed on that. I get why you do it, and for the price and length of term, and it makes sense when you do that, because it's going to take him through age 32, which is probably the only contract he will sign with the Cardinals, because at age 32 going into 33, first of all, how many more years does he realistically have? Who knows? Maybe 5?
At the most. I mean, you never know, though.
And are you going to sign him to big numbers?
No.
I'm not. Why would you do that?
Well, let's say he at 32, they sign him to maybe a 2-year option with a third, possibly, depending on his.
But what if he doesn't want that?
Well, I'm just saying that he'll need to go. I mean,
yeah. Well, I say he needs to go after the 32, after this.
Yeah, but
because there are no options in this. After the 8 years, the contract's done. Now, the thing is signing somebody that young to that long, and this is going to go also towards Walker. Have they really shown you enough to give him that kind of money?
Yeah.
The sample size is really small. I've seen teams get burned with that stuff before.
Right. But the numbers seem to be okay. They're not really at that $420 million.
Well, I know the thinking is they're thinking he's only going to get better as he matures as a ball player.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they're right. But right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's why we don't get paid to make those decisions, Dan.
No, we don't.
We just comment on them.
All right. So St. Louis Cardinals hosted the Atlanta Braves, and that featured a 2-hour and 44-minute rain delay on that Friday.
And that was brutal. Right?
The rain forced both teams' starting pitchers to only 3 innings pitched. Starting pitcher Kyle Leahy threw 44 pitches of 1 hit ball, striking out 2. Relief pitcher Riley O'Brien shut down the 9th, throwing 12 pitches, striking out 2, earning his 23rd save of the year. With the exception of outfielder Jordan Walker's 74th RBI, the offense was provided by 2 unlikely players. Third baseman Blaze Jordan, who has been basically non-existent, hit a double off of Chris Sale in the 3rd. And then catcher Jimmy Crooks entered the game as a defensive replacement, and in the bottom of the 9th, sent everyone home with a walk-off home run. The home run was Crooks' 2nd on the year and gave St. Louis a 2-1 win.
Well, Dan, on that note, too, he needed that. Crooks has not been good since he's been called. He is struggling.
He has
big time.
I don't
think he's long for being up there. I don't think he's going to be. I think he needs to go back and,
I think he might be one of those 4A players.
It's too early to tell, but I think what's keeping him up here is him being left-handed. And his catching technique is terrible. How many pass balls has he had go by? This one knee catching bothers the hell out of me. I'm sorry. It's stupid.
And it's league wide.
Yeah, it's
and
not
I
just
don't
Crooks.
know. I think the first time I remember seeing that was Tony Pena when he was with Pittsburgh.
Oh,
yeah, he wasn't with the Cardinals.
He was with the Cardinals,
but he started out with Pittsburgh, and he used to do that.
Right.
But when you're down on a knee, guess what you can't do? You can't move laterally.
No.
So, when the pitches go awry, now you know why. So on Saturday the 11th, Matthew Liberatore, pitching for what I believe is his starting pitching life with the Cardinals, threw 71 pitches over 6 innings of 4-hit ball. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Liberatore and the Cardinals seem to have figured out something that has allowed him to be more successful, because that's the second start in a row where he has been so much better.
Sure.
And more like what they had anticipated him to be.
A few changes here and there, probably, the way he grips the ball.
They were saying, I heard he was tipping pitches.
Yeah.
Which is something he has done in the past also. Liberatore and the Cardinals, sorry. I've already said that. Relief pitcher Riley O'Brien nailed down the game for his 24th save of the year. If Nootbaar was the offensive star,
If Liberatore was a pitching star on Saturday.
Liberatore was the starting. Okay. Then Lars Nootbaar was the offensive star in front of what might very well be his future team.
Oh, wow.
Nootbaar,
you got him traded already, man.
Why not?
That's true. Why not? He was auditioning for the Braves. Is that what you're saying?
I think everybody but Weatherholt and Walker are auditioning for another team.
Yeah, that's true.
Nootbaar took the Braves starting pitcher deep in the first with a three-run bomb, his third in an abbreviated season. The Birds tacked on another run in the fourth on third baseman Blaze Jordan's RBI single.
There's Blaze again, man. That's twice he's come up.
Oh, he's blazing up this week.
Yeah, not blazing saddles.
He's on fire. Not really. On Sunday, before the All-Star break, the Cardinals looked to sweep the National League East Atlanta Braves. The game was all knotted up at 3 when a questionable call on a hit batsman set up a game-winning run for the Braves. Starting pitcher Dustin May had another bad outing, only going 4 innings pitched on 85 pitches. Yeah. It's
getting to be a trend, Dan.
Yeah.
Getting to be a trend.
Pitching wasn't the only problem. The offense didn't show up either. First baseman Alec Burleson had a double and his 67th RBI. Now the fun begins with the trade deadline approaching.
Hey, Dan, I'm going to go back to Dustin May just for a second, if you don't mind.
Sure.
If anybody watched him pitch and the way he acts on the mound, the way he attacks pitchers and stuff like that, I love his aggressiveness and the way he gets them mad, but he needs to focus on pitching. If you watch him enough, you see he's overthrowing his pitches. He's trying to throw through the backstop instead of pitching. And he gets very frustrated very easy, and I think it takes him off his game.
Well,
if you watch him enough, you will notice this.
What is the position called?
Pitching.
That's right.
Not throwing.
You're a pitcher, not a thrower.
Right.
If you want to be a thrower, go in the bullpen.
It looks like he's got his arm strength back. He's healthy. But his attitude, I know he's pitching for a contract. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't think the Cardinals are going to sign him. So
no, the Cardinals won't.
No, they're not going to sign him. But just as the way he acts on the mound, not good.
Remember, I was an advocate for the Cardinals signing May at the beginning of the year. And I stand by what I said. It was a nice pillow deal.
Yeah. But $12 million, I think he signed for?
$12.5 million.
Yeah. That's a good call back then. Sure is. And he just, last Esther was almost no hitter. He has not pitched well.
Yeah. So after the Cardinals series with Atlanta, St. Louis is now 50-45. They're still in third place, 8.5 games back in the Central, and 1 game out in the wild card. Al, thoughts on the Cardinals and Atlanta Braves?
Thank you, Statman Dan. I appreciate that, sir. Thoughts on the Braves series, guys. The Cardinals took 2 of 3 from a very tough opponent, but who had been struggling of late, and their lead over the Phillies has dwindled down just 2 games. Yes, it would have been nice to sweep, but I cannot complain. Missed calls are going to happen, apparently even with the replay, which is supposed to get the call correct.
That ball never touched
him.
That guy.
Ridiculous. That should have been overturned, but that's for another day. Cardinals will be getting much needed relief with the All-Star break before they start a road trip on Friday the 17th against the Diamondbacks for a weekend series. And then they fly off to Los Angeles to play the Angels, Dan, before returning home to host the Diamondbacks at Busch Stadium for another series with the Diamondbacks. The Cardinals need to play better baseball in the second half to get back in the wild card hunt. Those games against the Brewers killed them, but that was a big key. Yeah. Man. Brewers, like I said, they're showing their true colors. They are a very good team. It was
but I still don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah.
It truly has me baffled.
Well, they do. Their pitching is strong.
But they've also lost one of their key starting pitchers, Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long he's going to be out.
I gotcha.
But
they probably developed some good pitching, like it seems like they have.
Yeah, they'll find somebody else to plug in, and it'll be the next Nolan Ryan.
Or a soft tossing left-hander the Cardinals can't hit anyway. So,
Yeah.
key division games against the Reds and Cubs will be played starting July 24th at home. That we're going to be key series, guys. And then, Dan, what you got?
Well, on Monday, the 13th, the MLB held their home run derby. St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Jordan Walker was invited to compete, and in the first round, tied former Cardinal and current Red Sox first baseman Wilson Contreras for the most home runs with 13. In the second round, Walker went head-to-head with heavy favorite Junior Caminero and outhit him. In the finals, Walker went up against Philadelphia Philly and fan favorite Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber went first and hit a whopping 11 home runs. It didn't look good for Walker, but he stayed calm and got to 8 with one swing left. But with the new rules, if you homer on the last swing, you get another. That's exactly what happened. 4 times to win the Derby. So, congratulations, Jordan Walker.
Definitely. Congratulations, Jordan Walker. Yep.
I hope the Cardinals took a long look and should be preparing an extension for Jaywalk.
So, Dan, on that note too, it was great to see the face on Kyle Schwarber's face when he was close to tying him. That was just.
It was like the life was just.
He looked at the look on his face, and then when he hit it to tie, the silence of the crowd in Philly, you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Was because Schwarber. I got nothing against Schwarber. He knows how to get the crowd going, got him pumped up.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of the most
fun.
Schwarber. Yeah, I like Schwarber.
You know, he's not a controversial
not a showboat,
player.
No.
But he is a showman. He does play the game with the enthusiasm of a kid, and I think that's electrifying.
And you can see he enjoys it. He's having fun. And it was fun to see those two go at it, and just the look on his face was priceless. Very fun All-Star game. Very good.
So, on Tuesday, MLB held their All-Star game, and only one Cardinal got a hit. That was relief pitcher Riley O'Brien. He hit Tampa Bay's third baseman, Junior Caminero, in the pinky of his left hand.
That's the only thing we could get was one hit, right?
That's all we could muster
and
up.
It took him out of the game on that hit.
Herrera and Walker both struck out in their only at-bat. So, but at least we got one hit. If you're going to hit somebody, he was the one to hit.
Yeah, it's a shame. They got shut out. That's amazing.
But, you know, that week and weekend of baseball and the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby wasn't the only thing baseball-wise that was going on, Al.
What was going on next, Dan?
MLB held their entry draft, and the Cardinals had 23 selections.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm going to give you a little rundown.
Didn't they have like 6 picks in the first round and different?
Seven picks.
7 picks.
So the Cardinals selected 5 outfielders, 1 catcher, 1 first baseman, no second baseman, 3 shortstops, a third baseman, 11 right-handed pitchers, 1 left-handed pitcher, and of all their hitters, they had 5 right-handed hitters, 5 left-handed hitters, and 1 switch hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what have we been told here for the last couple of years?
That we need a good right-handed.
We need more right-handed
power
hitting.
Yeah.
Well, we took.
And we took 5 left-handed.
And we took 5 left-handed. Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm sure we'll find
figure.
out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Now we're heading into
Blues News. Dan, we don't have a whole lot.
We only have one
news.
thing to mention, and that was on the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
The St. Louis Blues announced that they have signed forward Oscar Sundqvist to a 1-year, 2-way contract. The contract's worth $850,000 if he plays in the NHL,
mm-hmm.
and $300,000 if he plays in the AHL.
So if he gets sent down, he gets a $300,000.
He gets 3.
So he still gets paid.
He still gets paid. It's just not as much. Al, what are your thoughts on that?
Don't have a lot, Dan, but I got a few here. There wasn't much going on. I think it is a good signing. I've always liked Sundqvist. He's a gamer. He's a grinder. He doesn't mind getting in front of the net and blocking shots. Plus, he's very good at faceoffs and penalty killing unit. He will be a good veteran presence with all these young players the Blues have on their roster. I think it's a decent signing at a reasonable price. Hope he can stay healthy because he had that knee injury. But he's
had a lot of knee injuries.
A lot of knee injuries. But when he's on the ice, he gives you 110%. You got to have those guys.
I think he's there just for his
veteran presence, maybe. Like I said earlier.
Yeah, because I don't know really how much he has to offer. My thing is I don't know that what he has to offer at this stage of his career is anything more or anything better than what the Blues have with younger players. And sometimes teams get so infatuated with a veteran player who's had a good career with the organization or organization,
right,
as hockey personnel would say.
I got
that they remember what the guy did in the past, not what he is now. Mm-hmm. And I just hope he doesn't take ice time away from younger players who can give every bit, production wise, what he does.
Well, I don't think they overspent for him. I think it's a decent call. We'll find out.
We'll see.
It's a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to move on to Dan's favorite,
St. Louis,
down on the farm. Dan's going to highlight AAA, Memphis, and a couple of different prospects we signed, and what the different games they played, and what their wins are. What do you got, Dan, for AAA? We'll start off with that.
So, AAA Memphis Redbirds are 54-39. They're in first place in the International West. Mm-hmm. The Redbirds went 2-4 at the Gwinnett Strippers, a Braves organization.
Sure, that's not Stripers, like the fist, like a striper. Well, that's a stripper.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Okay. Terrible name. Sorry about that. Went off topic a little bit. That's a terrible name.
Outfielder Colton Ledbetter had a big week, hitting .400 with 2 home runs. And catcher Leonardo Bernal hit .300 with 2 home runs. Pitching-wise, only Quinn Matthews managed to go 7 innings pitched in a no decision, his best since coming to AAA.
Yeah, we might need to take a picture of that to write that down. 7 innings pitched for Quinn Matthews?
No, it's not just Quinn Matthews. We got a name for him.
Oh, we do?
Quinn the Eskimo.
Quinn the Eskimo. Wow.
When Quinn the Eskimo gets you. Okay, that takes us to AA Springfield. And the Cardinals are 43-43, third place in the Texas North. Cardinals went 3-3 at the Tulsa Drillers, a Dodgers affiliate. Infielder Brody Moore had a good week, hitting .538, upping his average to .386 on the season. Drangelo Cinci went 6 innings and a no decision, and has been promoted to AAA.
So Drangelo Unchained got promoted, huh?
Drangelo Unchained.
Unchained Shinte. That's a mouthful.
Yeah. High A Peoria. The Chiefs, or Chefs, whichever one, are 40-46, fifth place in the Midwest. Chiefs went 2-4 against Quad City River Bandits, a Royals affiliation. After a minor slump, first baseman Jack Juravich has started to hit again, hitting .333 this week and raising his average to .289.
You know, I think we talked about him before.
I have brought him up before in the past.
Yeah,
he was drafted last year.
The name I remember you talking about him.
Single A Palm Beach, 45-41. They're in first place in the Florida State League Eastern Division. Cardinals went 2-3 at the Daytona Tortugas, Reds affiliation. Outfielder Chase Davis is back from a lengthy stay on the IL and hit .300 in 10 at-bats. Davis was at Double-A and having his best season when he got hurt. So who knows?
He may get promoted though when he's healthy.
I think what they're doing is this is kind of like a rehab stint for him. They're giving him some at bats. They'll move him up to high A and then back up to double A and see where he is. And then who knows? Maybe he makes it to triple A. I don't know. So now that takes us to our special feature.
Oh.
And now,
and you're not singing?
I'm special.
Oh,
so special.
Sorry about this, guys. I really apologize.
I got to have some of your attention. Give it to me.
All right, Dan. They've got your attention.
And we're going to be starting.
Right on.
We're going to talk about the state of Cardinals starting pitching. And man, is it ugly.
Not good, guys. Way to hear some of the stats Dan's got. We're not going to talk a lot about each one, but there's a trend, and it's here's what he's got.
Like Al said, we were talking about the Cardinals starting pitching and their inability to go more than 4 or 5 innings on an average. I told Al it is like that throughout the whole organization. It seems like the organization's philosophy is throw as hard as you can for as long as you can. Minor league phenoms like Liam Doyle, Durangelo Unchained Cinchi, as Al likes to call them, are struggling to get to 4 and 5 innings. So I decided to look into this, and here's what I found out. Like Al said, it is ugly. Let's start at the major league level, where Dustin May has averaged 5 innings pitched in 83 pitches. He's got an ERA of 4.55. Matthew Liberatore, averaging 5 innings pitched, 83 pitches. And he's got a 5 ERA. Kyle, 5-inning Leahy, 5 innings pitched on average.
True to form.
Yes, sir.
He is true to form. You can bet on it.
82 pitches. I mean, these first 3 are almost identical.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And he's got a 3.73 ERA.
Not a bad ERA.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's under 4. That's the going rate right now.
No, going rate is under 3.
Supposed to be.
Andre Palante. He's averaging 6 innings pitched on 92 pitches, and he's got a 3.96 ERA. And then finally, Michael McGreevy. He's averaging 6 innings pitched, 88 pitches, and he has a 3.01 ERA.
Yeah, that's close to your 3-point average here.
It's much better.
Yep.
Quinn Matthews.
This is all AAA, guys.
Yeah, AAA. 5 innings pitched, 78 pitches per game, a 3.53 ERA. Bruce Zimmerman, 78.2 innings pitched. He's averaging 82 pitches with a 3.78 ERA. Now, this guy was a minor league pitcher of the year last year, and I think he could probably be brought up in a relief role.
Right, you had said that earlier. Yeah.
It's Bryson Motts, okay? He is averaging 4 innings pitched, 76 pitches. He's got a 3 ERA. Pete Hansen, 4 innings pitched, 67 pitches per game, a 4.52 ERA. Hunter Dobbins, 5 innings pitched, 82 pitches, and a 3.79 ERA. And somebody they're really high on, and he has just recently been promoted to AAA, and that's Mason Molina, who we got from Texas when we traded Phil Maton to the Rangers.
Good old Phil.
Yeah, we barely knew you.
You barely knew you. That's right.
So he's averaging 5 innings pitched on 78 pitches with a 3.27. So I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Now, recently promoted Gerangelo Cinci, he's averaging 5 innings pitched on 83 pitches and a 5.04 ERA.
Yeah, man, not too good.
Is that worth promotion?
Is that promotion worthy?
Are
they that desperate?
I don't think so.
He's that guy that throws right and left-handed, correct?
Yeah.
Well, neither one's working. So has he got a 10 ERA? 5-5?
I guess. Braden Davis. He's averaging 4 innings pitched, 78 pitches, 4.68 ERA. Chen Wei Lin. Oh, gosh. 5 innings pitched on average and 91 pitches per game, 4.34 ERA. And here's your number 1 draft pick of last year, Liam Doyle. He's averaging 4 innings pitched. Yeah. 75 pitches and a 5.28 ERA. He's looking more and more like a relief pitcher.
I think he might need to go down to single A, don't you think? That's a shame. He was a first-round draft pick. He has not made the jump yet. The guy, he's just struggling. He hasn't found his form yet, and it's a shame. Like I said, it takes more time. He's still young.
And single A has nothing more than 4 inning pitchers right now.
Yeah, so it's not even worth.
It's not even worth bringing up.
But if you see the trend Dan brought up, 4 and 5 innings is a trend all the way through baseball, especially in the Cardinals lineup. We were going to talk about other pitching, from other teams, but that would take another segment, guys, and take a little longer.
This is no longer a small sample size.
No, it's not, Dan. It's not.
This is an organizational philosophy. So since Major League Baseball teams cannot carry more than 13 pitchers, why not do a piggyback rotation? And what do I mean by that? If a starting pitcher is only going to go 4 or 5 innings, pair him up with another 4-inning pitcher, and the next time around, or in certain matchups, you can flip them. That gives you 10, and it leaves you still with 3 quote-unquote bullpen arms, and your pitchers can go max effort out of the chute. Right now, you're not developing pitchers, you're maximizing throwers. Maybe this is the new thing in baseball, like the opener was a few years ago. Remember when Tampa Bay started that opener thing, and they started a lot of this 4 or 5 inning pitching stuff with Blake Snell. Remember, Blake Snell would go 4 or 5 innings, and they'd pull him.
Is he even in baseball anymore?
He's with the Dodgers.
He's hurt. He's hurt again.
Yeah.
A big waste
Maybe
of money
the Dodgers are trying to get him to go more than 4 or 5 innings. I don't know.
Yeah,
but if you remember in the World Series, Blake Snell got pulled after 5 innings, and he was throwing a no-hitter.
Yeah, and they pulled him after 5.
And they pulled him. And it cost him the game. And the World Series.
Yeah. That was a manager decision there. I don't get that one. I remember that exclusively. Yeah, but this 4 or 5 inning, it is a trend. It is a trend. So look at the guys, look at the stats. Maybe down the line we'll start with another team and diagnose another team's pitching staff in their minor leagues. See how many innings they're going, Dan. I mean, how many pitches they're throwing. Because we may have to do this 2 or 3 man rotation.
Well, you know what, Al? I don't know that we need to go through any other organizations.
Right.
Because, quite honestly, who are we really concerned about?
This is true.
The Cardinals, right?
Yes.
And I just showed you it is throughout the whole system.
Sure.
This is not just
Yep.
This is not just the Cardinals.
Yep.
They don't have anybody at the major league level who can give you more than 4 or 5 innings.
And this is the facts, Dan. Nothing but the facts.
That's right.
Nothing but the facts. And the stats don't lie. I mean,
the numbers
lying.
Never lie.
We got them down.
They show you exactly what they are.
Mm-hmm. But guys, we got to the end of our podcast now, and we really appreciate you guys watching and listening, and hope you enjoyed our show. I just want to say thanks everyone for watching our 27th podcast of Archway Sports Talk with your host Alan Dan. And as usual, Dan will update any scores or breaking news during our show. Good luck to
maybe not during the show.
Maybe not during this show, but good luck to our Cardinals All-Stars, Cardinal All-Stars, and the National League All-Stars. Please make any comments or suggestions to our YouTube channel, our email address, guys, at ArchwaySportsTalk@gmail.com. Please, everyone, have a safe and healthy week, and we'll see you next time on Archway Sports Talk with Al and Dan. And Dan, what do you have? Got anything for closing, Dan?
Yeah. Remember, we're just 3 weeks away from the trade deadline, and I will bring you all those transactions.
Oh, and he will. Trust me. He lives for it.
Leave a comment on who you think the Cardinals will or should trade, and I will mention it on the next episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Sports. And Al, I'm going to say this. Maybe this is something we can talk about leading up to the trade deadline is who do we think could or should be traded from the Cardinals?
Traded, yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about minor league players, but I am talking about who we think on the major league level. And
I have a few thoughts on that, and we'll have to do a little investigating.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to mention anybody on another team who I think they could get because I'm not in those conversations. So, but I will bring up guys on Cardinals team that I think, and I'll just say this: pretty much anybody on the team outside of Walker and Weatherholt.
I'm not going to agree with you on that, Dan.
Well, that's fine.
I'm just going to let you know. I mean, there are some other players I think we need to keep, but you are correct for most of that, though. But it's hard to just change the whole team.
No, but I
understand.
What I'm saying is I don't think anybody should be left out of the conversation. You know, I think anybody can and should be available.
I got you. All right, guys. Till next time. Thanks again for watching. We really appreciate it. Have a great week. Take care. We're out.